Hey guys, Paul here from LogoClothz.com. Thanks for watching. Today I'm quickly going to talk to you about our seamless all-over printed table throws. With the addition of large format printers, we're now able to print on the entire surface area of your table cover. This means that no longer does your table cover have to have seams, as it can now be manufactured as one single piece. Without any seams, it's easier to use the tablecloth on different size tables, and you don't have to worry about any unsightly seams running across the top of your table. This also means you can have a design seamlessly flow from one panel to the next without any misalignment, and I'll show you what I mean by that a little bit further on. So here's the seamless all over printed table throw. It includes an imprint on the entire surface area. So you can design it so that one image is facing forward as people walk up to the table. You can put something on the top, the back side, as well as the sides. It's all included. Now, if you've bought a printed table throw, whether it's been a front panel print or a full dye sublimated table cover, you may be familiar with the seams that kind of surround the front panel, which is attached to the rest of the tablecloth, the rest of the panels. And here's an image of that seam. This is a hairline seam. Now the reason that it'll have a seam is during production, we start out by going to huge rolls of fabric. So if you select red, we'll have a roll of pre-dyed fabric, which is red. We'll cut from that. We print the front panel, including the background. So if you go with the red fabric, that background is actually printed as well. It's then sewn together during the manufacturing process. Now, because the front panel is printing during production to match the other panels, you can end up with a slightly variation in color. It's not that noticeable when you put the cover on your table, but it does happen. So to avoid that, you can go with the all over printed seamless table cover because it's printed all at the same time. It's run through a large machine which fits the entire piece of fabric, so all your colors are going to match. Over here we have a template for a front panel print as well as the standard full dye sublimated table cover. Full dye sublimated table covers are ordered when customers are trying to print on more than just the front panel, or they're trying to match a specific Pantone value. Now you'll notice these black dotted lines. These dotted lines do represent or designate the seam lines. Now the issue with printing on these tablecloths, let's say we're working on a dye sublimated table cover. Let's say I wanted to do a red border along the bottom of the whole table cover. If we're working with a tablecloth that has seams in it, it's going to be hard to get the lines to align properly, if you would. So again, the front panel is printed separately. So this would be printed including that red line there. And then where we run into the issue is when we're trying to match them up with the other panels. So during manufacturing, when we're sewing this panel over here together with this panel over here, the line might be misaligned. That's what I'm referring to when I'm talking about the alignment. You can have one design flow seamlessly from one panel to the other with the seamless tablecloths. So let's go to the template for the seamless table throw, and that's here. These dotted lines don't represent seam lines. They're just there as a reference. Anything you put here within this red rectangle will be centered on the front panel. Anything you put here in this rectangle will be centered on the top panel. Here would be the back panel. These two squares on the side, you center your design element within those. It'll be positioned centered within the side of your table when you put the cover on. So if I'm working with a seamless table throw and I wanted to do that red border along the bottom, it's a lot easier. You can do it all in one shot as it's run through the machine, and you don't have to worry about any misalignment. It's going to be pretty much even all the way around. I'm going to show you how I would set this up if printing a more complex design. I've got an art file open over here. I'm going to use this as the background. And you can actually use this to fill up the entire table cover if you would. I'm going to select the top layer as well as the back layer, and I'll create a clipping mask. Now, if you turn those guides on, I'll be able to see exactly where the front panel is, the top and the back. So I'm going to go ahead and go over here, grab the front. You can actually grab this rectangle, use it to center it perfectly, and then just put it back into position. And if you want to repeat that design in the back, just duplicate it. And there you go. So the seamless table covers, it's going to be a lot easier to get these triangles to line up. Whereas if you're doing the front panel print, again, all those triangles, they're going to be difficult to line up because, again, those panels are sewn together. So that's the advantage of these seamless table covers. I hope you guys have learned something. Again, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them below. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.